Good morning, it's Friday, March 29th, and today I will be continuing on the grind lines for my April set of kitchen knives. Hope to get those pretty close to completed today. My other April knife, so I had the customer come in because this hole is just looking a little small. I'm super glad I had him come in because this barely got like past the first knuckle on his finger. So I've been trying to do this the old-fashioned way with the Dremel and going around, and it's nearly impossible. So I'm going to order a drill bit today that's the right size and just blat through it all. So I'll get that order today, and then I will plan this handle out. I know I've been saying that all week, but I will get this handle planned out and start building that later today. Really, that's it for me for today. Daniel is back and he's ready to go. Here we go with what he's got going on.
Hey everyone, just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I've got those Gyutos out and up. If I'm not mistaken, 2 have already sold, but the Wednesday that I was in, did a lot of admin, trying to get some stuff posted social media wise for the Astros knives. So if you guys saw that, thank you for interacting with that. I appreciate it. But going further, we have some quick things we're going to do. I've gotten to talk with the customer on this guy. I think Wednesday we talked about that. Also going to be shaping this handle a little bit better, bringing it up to a handstand. And then if I can, I need to put this guy into the sandblaster. This is a Buckmaster 184. It is a collectible. It is highly sought after. They just revamped it, came out with a new one. And this customer wants to basically re-sandblast his or be-blast it so that way he can just kind of put it up and not have any more issues with it. That's going to be the majority of my day, as well as whatever else comes in. We'll have some stuff computer-wise in the morning to take care of before I jump on all that, but we'll go from there. Now we're going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about a couple different ambidextrous locks. Mostly what I wanted to talk about is the different companies' versions of the crossbar lock. So Kaiser has their clutch lock, Kershaw has their Dura lock, Hogue has their Abo lock, Benchmade has their Axis lock, which is really the lock that started it all off. And what a crossbar means literally is there is a solid piece of stainless steel in there that is what holds the knife shut. So literally, in order to make this lock fail, you either have to break the scales or break that bar holding that knife open. And they're all fairly similar. They have slightly differences, like where they put the Omega spring clip. Kaiser, you can adjust the Omega spring. On the Kershaws, it gives you a little pre-kick where it just opens beautifully, and obviously has the flipper on it. But literally, like, they're all just be a lock across there. The reason I have the Spyderco ball bearing lock out, because a lot of people think this is a crossbar lock as well, where it's gonna have a bar across it. You can't see it really well, but how this functions, there's a spring in there, and it's on a bit of a post, and then there's a ball bearing in front of that indexes with that part of the knife. And so this locks, it even though it functions the same way, yeah, they cover it up so you can't see it. Even though it functions the same way like a crossbar lock, this is actually a completely different locking mechanism where the ball bearing is literally in between these things and index is right up there. And not saying it's going more likely to break, but if that spring breaks, this lock won't function at all. Where if one of these 2 Omega springs break on this, you can still open it manually and literally push that crossbar lock up and it will still lock. It just won't function where it springs back and forth. So again, not saying it's better or worse, but that it is a different mechanism, and it's why they call it a ball bearing lock. There's literally a ball bearing in front of that spring mechanism. So yeah, just wanted to talk about a few locks today.
Yeah, and just to kind of further illustrate for people who are a little bit more visual, I'm gonna try to do this without making my hand gestures seem weird, but everything but the ball bearing lock has 2 springs on each side. They're very small, just like almost like string springs, but they basically compress like so. Where the ball bearing is a very familiar, almost like a pen spring, where it's just a coiled up, and then the ball bearing sits on top, compressing going up and down. I hope that gesture wasn't too crazy, but basically that's it. One day we might try and break down the knives, as long as companies don't get mad about the whole warranty thing, to demonstrate the differences and show you guys, so you guys understand that kind of a little bit more on the mechanisms. Each one of these companies that we have do have diagrams on some of those locks, so you're more than welcome to look for it there. Otherwise, we might try and cover it in the future. We're gonna wrap it up here, y'all. See you tomorrow to wrap up the week. Appreciate you viewing in. See you then.